What's up? It's episode number 3 of Minor Disturbance Radio, and man, we're super excited to get this show on the road because we got so much to talk about, and it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Oh yeah, we did the last Bill interview. We had the 4-part interview, and we love doing interviews with people.
Oh yeah, Bill's great.
He was hilarious. We had a good time with that. And there's we're going to have him back, absolutely, if he would come back.
Definitely.
I don't know if he had any fun. He was kind of acting a little weird.
We're intimidating.
We must be.
Those professional right here.
Yeah, he's never been interviewed by such true professionals.
That's right.
Like us. Anyway, yeah, this show's going right off the rails right now. Anyway, this is episode number 3 of Minor Disturbance Radio, and we'd like to thank our sponsors. First of all, I pick up the pen as soon as I do that, and all the clicking and stuff, and it irritates people. And sit here and go, as soon as, I get nervous sometimes. It's a little thing. Z-Man, when I used to watch Z-Man do radio, when we did interviews with him, he would, when it was time for him to go, he'd be talking to you like this. When it was time for him to go, he would be tapping papers and pencils. He got right in. I don't know, it was one of his tics.
Really?
Kind of a weird thing, but when he got into radio voice, he was boom.
That was it, huh?
Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm a radio voice guy or anything, or I'm trying to be like that. I'm just saying I watched a pro do it, and he was a pro. Z-Man was good at it.
Yep.
Anyway, so it was fun to watch him because he would get that. He had his tics. So I'm not alone in that. Anyway, we'd like to thank our sponsors for this episode. We've got Rascals. Go up there. That's like the coolest, like one of the coolest live venues that you can go to anymore.
Great venue.
Yeah, Kenny owns the place. You got to thank him for having a cool place that sounds good, and he takes care of the people that are in there. His beers aren't way whacked out of price and stuff, and you can go in there and have a good time.
And there's two sides. You can drink on one, see bands on the other.
Yeah, you go to the bar. If you don't want all the noisy live band in your face, then go over there and sit and have a beer, play some pool and relax, or go over to the band room and get your face like crushed by some hard rock.
That's right.
And then we got Bent River, of course.
Oh.
You got to go into Bent River and check out some of their microbrews.
That's right.
Yeah, I've noticed, like I said, a couple of buddies on our Facebook or whatever have been talking a little bit about Bent River and having some. My buddy Hunter went and got some Uncommon Stout when he was in town. He's not from here, but when he came in town, he got some Uncommon Stout, and he was talking about how good it was. Now, I'm not sure if that's because he heard of it on this show or if he just always wanted to try it. But we're gonna act like
it's because of us,
because we're totally influential.
Totally, yeah.
And another buddy, Nick Abbott, he doesn't even live around here at all, but he had a buddy drive him or take him, from what I understand, a couple growlers up there. And he had Uncommon Stout, and he also had the raspberry the wheat, yeah. So, and he was putting that on, he put a picture of it up on the Facebook, and I was like, I know he's not from around here, but I saw the Bent River bottle, the growler, and I'm thinking, and I know he watches this show. I think he does, and he acts like he does, but anyway.
Right.
So and let's get on with the sponsors. I got to do the little commercial thing for the sponsors.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, we did Bent River, and I've got Real Tracks down here, and go in there if you're a band and you want to go get a recording of your band down. Listen, this is where 1152, 3 Years Hollow, kind of the big dogs around here, where they went to do their demos. And if you've heard any of that stuff,
sounds great.
It sounds really, really good. They know what they're doing there, and they'll give you a good price too. He's not, freaking out price wise. And if you get in there when 3 Years Hollow isn't on tour, then you can go ahead, and I think Jose would be probably engineering it and producing it if you wanted him to. I think that they're open to producing stuff and all that stuff. So. Okay, and then we got Richie Sound. He's a sound person from Muscatine area. So if you're going to be playing up in Muscatine area anywhere, Mike Ritchie has a sound company up there. Check them out. I think that they're pretty competitively priced. I'm not sure 100% if they're competitively. When I say that word, I completely
you tripped over yourself.
See, now if I went to school for this, I would have blasted that out like competitively priced.
Nice.
Anyway, I don't know about that, but he's a good sound man. He's got a lot of good equipment. So if you're going to go up and rock around in that neck of the woods, give Richie a call. And of course, we got Music Go Round, and that's where you get tired of your old guitars and you go trade it in there, get some cash, and buy something different or whatever you want to do. So if you got any gear laying around that you want to turn into cash, take it in there, man. They'll make you a good deal on it. So, and I'm real excited about our we got a new sponsor that just added to the team.
It's awesome.
And we'd like to welcome Ribco to the fold.
Excellent.
They're treating us really well. We went down there and talked to Jason for a while.
Yep.
And
great guy.
They're treating us really well. Right off the bat, he was really open to the idea of being a sponsor for the show, and he started us out with a few sets of tickets for the Saliva show to give away on the show.
Very cool.
So we have yet to figure out how we're gonna give them away yet, but we will keep you posted.
Oh, we will let you know.
Absolutely.
We got a couple things in mind.
Absolutely. So welcome to the Fold Ribco. Thank you very much. And now it's time for the show.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. But I want to go back a little bit and talk about what we talked about with Jason.
Okay.
Because we were talking to him about bands that he has turned down that he could have had in the club.
Right.
Because he gets calls all the time of bands that are coming through, and which ones he wants to get, and which he thinks what bands he thinks he could hire and get enough people to come see the show to where he'd make money and he could pay the band right, and everybody be happy. Well, us '80s guys,
Yeah.
I was really shocked to hear one of the bands that he turned down.
Yeah.
And I was one of my favorite bands from the '80s. I don't care if people judge me by this, but you can kiss my white ass, because this band to me I thought was just cooler than hell. I mean, they were for style points they weren't up there, and like Guns N' Roses or anything like that. But for just straight ahead good, if you want to drink beers and have a good time and listen to some cool rock and roll music, put on Dangerous Toys, man, because they kick ass.
Definitely. That first album.
I love that record. And
Great.
so Jason had the opportunity to get these guys, and he didn't think that enough people would come out of the woodwork to see Dangerous Toys.
This guy's coming out of the woodwork. Front row.
Me and you would be both in the front row geeking out,
Yeah, that's right.
hardcore, because it's Jason McMaster still singing, and I don't
It's Dangerous Toys.
absolutely.
Enough said.
I don't care who else is in the band. If it's Jason McMaster singing them songs,
right.
Sporting a Woody, and all them tunes,
Oh, yeah.
I'm there. But the idea is, if he does have them, if he did have them, he would have to do it on like a Wednesday when none of the the musicians are working,
Right.
So that he could get all the, because most of the people that like Dangerous Toys are probably in bands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and I know that I think the number was like 200 people. If he can get 200 people in there,
Yeah, it was something.
then he could make it work. And I know if we put a petition together or something, we could get 200 people
I
to
think
sign
so.
it. That would guarantee buy a ticket for. What would you pay for a ticket to see Dangerous Toys?
Oh, man.
And you don't even have to put another band with them.
I'm not. How far would you go?
I would pay $20.
20?
I would pay $20 to see them.
I was thinking there.
Yeah, so it's $20.
I think a lot of people would, just because they've
So
never
that's
seen them.
$4,000, right?
Yeah.
So if you Jason, if you can get Dangerous Toys for right around that price, I can guarantee you we can find 200 people. I'll pay for it. I'll advance the money.
You'll advance.
No,
the
I
money.
won't.
Okay.
I'm not a concert promoter.
I would like to see him, but I have seen him.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Who are you? I don't even know who you are.
I don't know who you are anymore right now. Yeah, them and Tora were down at I think in LA Guns.
See, I missed
down
that.
at the Adler.
See, what year was that?
I bet you it was 89, 90. I'd have to think back, but it was their first albums, all of them.
I don't even know if we can be friends anymore. Tora too?
Yeah, Surprise Attack.
Okay,
was
so
out.
here we go. Here's the package. Do that concert again,
Right.
as a package. How many people? I bet you we could have like 300-400 people at that.
I would think.
If you could get Dangerous Toys,
Tora.
and LA Guns.
Yeah.
But what LA Guns? Doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter to me.
And for good measure, throw Bullet Boys on there.
Oh.
And we'd have an outside show.
We would have
Hell
an outside
yeah.
show. Yes.
Anyway, we like to joke about that
we're
kind
drifting,
of stuff.
but-
We're way drifting. But something we didn't cover, and you know what, we get a lot of response here. I really want to thank everybody for watching the show and giving us the feedback. It's been really kind of cool how many people are actually paying attention to the show. I mean, with so many other things that you could be doing, listening to our dumbasses talk,
That's it.
we really are excited about that, and we're really thankful for we really did this show thinking that there might be like 10 people
Right.
that would listen to it, and I'd be happy with that.
Oh, totally.
But it's really been a lot more than I expected, and I'm really excited about that. So again, thanks for clicking on our videos and joining in, man, because this is a good time.
Definitely.
So, and that kind of reminds me, because we had a question. Somebody wanted to know what the intro music was to the show, and I was because you don't know what it is. It's something that people probably haven't heard. But actually, what it is it's me. At one point after Drop Hammer and whatever, I decided to do the record that I've always wanted to do. Everybody's got that. Their big their final work or whatever. I don't know if it's a final work, but it's off of when I renamed myself. I don't know why I did that, because when I was a baby, my mom wanted to name me Zachary Alexander. Crap, and they're falling from the sky.
Wow.
She wanted anyway, so I switched my name to Zach Alex just for fun and just put out a record because it wasn't like the stuff that Drop Hammer did. I mean, some of it was, but some of it wasn't. So it was just mix. Whatever I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Actually, there's like 2 or 3 Drop Hammer songs on here that would have been on a Drop Hammer record, but they didn't make, we didn't make another record, so it ended up on here. But anyway, that's where it's off of. It's off of the Zach Alex. Is that your camera? What's going on here? Oh,
it's yours right there. Yeah. Slow it down. There you go.
So it was off of this right here.
Yeah.
So that's what that little shred sequence is at the beginning. That's the solo of one of the songs on there. So cool. There's your answer to that.
Yeah.
So moving right along here, and I'm not trying to toot my horn or anything. I thought that was a pretty cool little spot of the song. It was. It is. With other guitar players out there like that watch the show, I kind of wanted to show off a little bit that hey, I can play a little bit too.
Yeah. Hey, check me out, guys. Check me out.
Hey, look at me. I'm having fun too, guys. So, all right, but that's just kind of interesting because that reminds me of the discussion that me and Dusty had from 1152. We were talking over pizza, and I brought up the idea of when you have like a demo tape or something, say like I took this CD over to a buddy's, like over to your house or something,
right? And
we're popping in the stereo and we sit and have a couple beers, and then like 10 of your buddies come over that I don't really know that well, and all of a sudden this is still playing, and we're kind of what their reaction is going to be,
right?
And 9 times out of 10 they're going to go, "What's this crap?" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it could be anything, you know. But we were talking about that. He had that happen to him where he was playing a band that he was in the background, and some guy was like, "This guy sucks. I hate this singer. He sounds like this, or he's trying to sound like that," and he just started ripping on him. And Dusty was like, "I didn't know where to beat his ass or what," but it hurt. You get your feelings hurt pretty easily that way.
Well, yeah, but personal.
But listen, I've come to find out that people that hear music that they don't recognize, they're even if it's good, their first initial thing is going to be, "What is this crap?" They're gonna make this face like, "What's this?" They're not gonna go, "What? This is badass, man. What is this?"
Right.
When does that ever happen? You know what I mean?
In videos. That's
it. Yeah. Because like even in when I was playing original stuff, I expected people to be like, "Wow, man," but that never happens.
No.
Never.
People are taking it in, trying to figure out what it is, what do they sound like, what are they trying to be,
The only time that happened to me, and I swear to God, the only time that happened to me was the first time I heard Pantera.
Yeah.
I was at a buddy's house and he was playing Pantera. It was the first one,
Cowboys from Hell.
Cowboys from Hell. And I was like, "Shut up. What is that?" And he was like, "It's Pantera." And I remember I was like, "I got to have that."
Right.
Because something was different about the whole way it was done. The guitars and the way it was like a Judas Priest on steroids with, and I was like, that's, but you can't deny that. You know what I mean? No. But it's something like, if I was in Firehouse or something and I was playing that background, somebody's going to go, "Turn this shit off."
Right.
Somebody's going to hate it. Yeah. But nobody hates Pantera except for like old ladies. You know what I mean? So,
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, it's just a weird situation when you think about, showing your art to an audience that don't know that you're showing your art. Right. You know what I mean? And then when getting the input from them, unadulterated and pure and it's just hard, man.
It was definitely an awkward moment for him. Obviously stuck in his brain.
Yeah, it sticks with you, man. Yeah, that can ruin your ego. That poor little, the kid's ego is fragile. When you're trying to write music. I mean, think about it. When you're in your room or whatever, and you kind of decide that you want to start writing music or whatever it is that you want to do, painting pictures or whatever it is, and the first time you're like, "Okay, I think I've got pretty good at this. I dig this." Now you listen to it. Tell me what you think. The first time, you know what I mean. The first time that you do that, it's like you're waiting for, Oh, yeah, you probably should not do that anymore.
Yeah, collect stamps.
You're waiting for that to happen, and usually you're not going to get that because you're giving it to somebody that don't want to hurt your feelings
Right.
at first. So you get a whole lot of positive first.
It's
like, oh yeah, that's bad, dude. You're good, man. Yeah, dude. And then when you play it in front of people that don't know you and they don't know it's you, then you get the real shit.
Yeah.
You know? Like, hold on, you guys. Can you shut that shit off? You know what I mean? It's like you're like, oh no, man, I'm gonna have to hate you now forever. But anyway, so yeah, we went on the Facebook and we put up a question about first guitars, and we got quite the response on that.
There was quite a few people.
Yeah, absolutely. So we could try to whip over there real quick and take a look at some of the responses. Right. And I apologize if we don't get through them all because I'll tell you what, there's a lot of them, and we're trying to keep this show, you know, in the like 20-30 minute range. So yeah,
we just keep rambling. That's what happens.
We get having so much fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So okay, so I was talking to the guitar players here, and we got a lot of responses here. Say we got like Jason Adkins. He said he's got an old Epiphone. Mark Schrupp said he had an old Les Paul copy. A PVT-15 for Jason Weiskamp. Oh my God, Daddle, of course, he had a JCPenney Global Les Paul. I'm surprised he didn't get like a real like Les Paul's like custom or something. He's got everything else. Anyway, so yeah, we got quite a response on that.
That's awesome. The input that people are bringing in. That's
a
great.
1971 Gibson SG for Travis. Travis Williams has an SG, his first guitar. Hey, thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what my first guitar was?
What's that?
Well, my mom was smart, and she sat us down at Christmas time, and she gave us the JCPenney catalog.
Yes.
And she said, circle the top, 5 things that you want.
Right.
Right? And mine was, every year, it was the Washington Redskins football outfit. Right.
Yeah,
That came with the pads and the thing, and then in a tie with that was like the guitar in there. You know what I mean? And it was like a Stratocaster copy,
Right.
Harmony.
Yeah.
And that's what I got. I never did get the Redskins outfit,
Never
man.
got it?
Never did. I wanted, they had the helmet and the pads
Yeah.
and the whole thing.
Oh,
You could have
yeah.
had the whole thing.
The pants, everything.
Jesus Christ.
And you got the guitar.
That was tied. It was like that or that. That was my decision. I was either going to be a pro football player
Yeah.
or a rock star. Which is it going to be, Mom?
What was your third one circled? Racetrack.
Racetrack?
Yeah. I always had to circle the racetrack, and I never got one.
What would have came in third back then? I'm pretty sure it would have been something like that.
Clicking the things, and,
Yeah.
and they go spinning off and go pick them up.
Yeah, it was probably some sort of remote control car or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do? it's gonna be something. You know what it was? Remember when we were kids? See, we're gonna get way off track
here we
here.
go.
They used to sell the wood burning kit, man. It was a freaking like wood burning iron that you could have in your room. You plug it straight in the wall. It's red hot. And like kids ain't gonna burn the shit out of everything with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
God, that was awesome.
Melting Hot Wheel cart. Yeah.
I saw a lady we were at Menards, and I was walking around, and I have a tendency to like talk to strangers for, I don't know why.
Okay.
But my wife is like, God damn it, don't say things, Brian. You bother people. I like look at the cart and go, oh, Tombstone, huh? That's good. I like that. That's good. I can't have that, but that's good. So this girl's carrying these yard darts.
Oh.
And I looked at her and I was like, they still sell them? And I was like, are them the ones that, you can still like kill yourself with? Mm-hmm. Nuh-uh, they're plastic tip.
Yep.
You can't do nothing with them. I was like, I remember when them had like steel tips on them.
Yeah.
And they would go through your skull. And she looked at me like, and I'm walking with my daughter. And she was by herself. And she was like, oh my God. And she was running away from me. And I was like scared of her. But I do. I remember when them were the most dangerous thing in the world. Think about it. Let's give a kid a toy. I'm sure comedians talk about that. I know I've heard about this somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's true. The yard darts, man. They were
Throw it up in the air.
throw it up in the air and wait for it to come down.
Yep. Everybody look at it where it's.
And there was no game. Was there a game to it?
I think you had to land it in a hoop or something.
You're a nerd because I took the hoops and threw them away. And like
You're just chucking them at people.
no, what were kids doing? They would take it and go, ah, and see who can get it to stay up. And then how far it would stick in the ground.
Yep.
And then you can get it all the way like past the whatever the blades or whatever. Yeah. We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, but who can get it to stick in the ground the most? See, I told you we're off the rails, man. But I don't care.
Yeah.
So we covered that. So we talked about our first guitars, and that's kind of what I had. I had the Harmony But my mom, bless her, she did her best, man. And that harmony, that suited me for a good, 4 or 5 years of my learning how to play guitar. Mm-hmm. It had 6 strings on it, and it looked like a Strat. So there you go. It works, And then the actual first real guitar that I wanted, that was a name brand, was the Charvel. I got a Charvel Model 2, and this was back in the day when Charvels were like $800 to $1,200 for like a, because they were cool then for like 2 weeks because Warren DeMartini played them.
Yes.
Or George Lynch had a Charvel for like a couple weeks or something. So anyway, we covered that. So that's fun, man. Thanks for the input on the Facebook. I like that when you guys respond to the questions here. And I want to get to everybody. Like Randy Klepstein had a 1966 Gibson Melody Maker, which he can kiss my ass right now. And Chris Noth, who I don't know if people remember him. He used to work at Griggs. I know that people know him, but people that listen to this show, Chris Noth used to, from what I remember, how I remember Chris was he was the guy that was he worked at Griggs, and he was the guitar guy,
Oh, okay.
So when I go in there to look at the guitar shit, and he knew I wasn't buying nothing ever.
Right.
But he knew I just wanted to come out and come in and shred and listen to him shred, and then maybe talk about crap and stuff. But he was a good guy. I like hanging out with him, and he's a really, really good player. I'd like to get a shout out to him. So he had a España guitar. I looked that up. I think it's like a classical guitar. But you guys can do your homework and figure out what that is too.
Very cool.
But yeah, that's cool. I like doing that. Yep. And it looks like Nick Abbott had a JCPenney acoustic, just like I did. I had the electric though. He had an acoustic, so he was probably poorer than I was. he probably got the Redskins outfit.
He probably got your Redskins outfit. Yeah.
So, no, he didn't. He got like the Rams or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what his team is. Oh, Broncos. He's probably like a Broncos fan or something. I guess. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. I'm probably messing up. He's probably like, if he's watching, he's like, Brian, come on, man.
Yeah.
I want to punch you in the mouth. Jesus. Anyway, so and surprisingly, Nick Abbott, speaking of Nick Abbott, he is actually the shredder of the week this week. He sent us a nice little video of him playing from what looks like on the moon.
Right.
So you might want to check that video out right now.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Check it out. Let's watch this shit.
Right.
Hold on a second. Let me close this. We're going to check this video out. All right.
This is Nick Abbott, and you're listening to Minor Disturbance Radio.
He's a ripper, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
See,
that's what's weird is because Nick and I kind of go way back. We didn't really hang out per se or anything like that, but we always kind of knew of each other. Well, at least I always knew of him. Mm-hmm. Because back in the day, I say that too many times on the show. Back in the day, but guitar players used to be like the thing, and they had contests and all that, and we would enter like the 97X and Griggs Music Guitar Contest because that was the thing to do. And he was always in this thing, it seemed like. He was always a presence in it. And he was by far, I think, a better guitar player than me. But for some reason, sometimes I'd edge him out.
Right.
I'd get lucky or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I was like, my sisters were dating the judges. I don't know what happened. That's not true at all. But he always was a threat. The guy he's super good player. And it's good to see that he's still ripping stuff up, man. Because I don't pick up the guitar too often anymore.
Yeah.
And it's good to see. It's inspiring that it's like, man, I got to get that thing down off the wall and dust it off and remind myself of all my bad habits. So, but thanks again, Nick, and we love it when you guys send us videos of you shredding, and that's how you do it right there. That's cool. Perfect, man. So yeah, from the moon even.
From the moon.
I don't know how he pulled that off, but that was awesome.
Legendary.
That was awesome. Thanks, Nick. And so I don't know, this is kind of going out of order now, but we keep like a little bit of notes here to try to keep us on the rails.
Try.
And we've covered like 2 of them.
Yeah.
But we won't go too long for you guys. I know you got things to do and stuff, but for the true Minor Disturbance radio fans, we just ramble on and hope hope that you guys
it's interesting somewhere
are following us.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the next thing, we were talking about Ribco being a new sponsor, and we just went down there a couple weekends ago. Mm-hmm. to check out, because here's what happens. We see on the Facebook or whatever, and I always call it the Facebook because it is the Facebook.
The Facebook.
It said Kiss Army. Is that what they were called?
Kiss Army. Yes.
Yeah, Kiss Army tribute to Kiss, the official or something. They made it sound like it's the official Kiss tribute band.
Quotes by Gene, Paul, Ace, all of them. There was quotes in the thing. Yeah,
man. So we being the big Kiss fans that we are, we hightail it to Ribco.
Yep.
And I'm really got to say, I don't really usually rip on people, but sometimes I do. Right. And I think that there's some people that listen to this waiting for me to do it. But in this instance, I really, really have a problem with this so-called Kiss tribute band because it was horrible.
It was not good.
And when I say horrible, I'm not saying that they couldn't play their instruments.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not saying that they couldn't sing or whatever. Listen, when you're going to go see a tribute band of anything but Kiss, you can do anything you want. But when you're a tribute to Kiss,
right,
you have to have it down.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Kiss fans are like Trekkies. Yes. They know every fucking thing. They know what guitars they play.
Yep.
They know what kind of amps they use. They know when they spit fire. They know when they spit blood. They know when they rap between songs. They know what the first song is. They know everything. They know everything about Kiss. And you know what I mean? Because we're like nerds that way.
Right.
And so you can't come out and open with a song that Kiss would never open with. And what did you think, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you take the vocals in, like you give a little take there, but are the movements there? And
well, the movements were there, but they were just kind of the Gene was a little looked like he was scared. Okay. You know what I mean? And the Paul had the moves down, but he just didn't look like Paul Stanley that much to me.
Did he look like Yngwie?
He did look like Yngwie Malmsteen a little bit. A
little bit.
So, Gene, he skipped the Breathing Fire in Firehouse. Yeah. And they didn't have any pyro, none of that stuff. No. And it was just really surprising as to, like, really how they get away with saying that they're a Kiss tribute band. It just was kind of upsetting. But nothing, like I say, nothing against Ribco. I think they were pretty surprised themselves.
Yeah.
By what, the turnout was.
Oh,
so.
yeah. They thought it'd be bigger.
So, yeah, I mean, if your best member of your Kiss tribute band is your Peter Criss.
And it was.
Yeah, it was. So, anyway, nothing against them personally, but look, man, you got to be.
We got some photos,
like
don't we?
Like a Beatles tribute band. I've seen Beatles tribute bands, and my mom's a huge Beatles fan. I like them, but she can really pick out like, oh yeah, the Lennon's really good, but the McCartney's not. But you have to sound like them, and you have to look like them, and you have to act like them. That's a band that you have to act like them. Like if you're a Pink Floyd tribute band, you don't have to look like anything.
No.
You just have to sound like them.
Right. Because you don't really have a visual of them.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
But Kiss, yeah.
But we got some pictures we can put up, right?
Yeah, I'll try to put up a couple pictures of what. But like I say, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. It's just like, geez, man, if a Kiss tribute band, you got to look like them. Yep. So yeah. Anyway, that I usually try not to get too,
critical,
opinionated about stuff like that. Right. But that's right up my alley, man.
Yeah.
And
it was a little tough. It was a little tough.
So anyway, the next thing that I wanted to bring up is you used to have long hair, right?
I did.
You did?
I did.
How long was it?
Not as long as yours.
Well, mine's not that long anymore.
Well, that's why I said it was not even as long as yours was, but it was all over the place and frizzy.
Oh, it was bad?
Yeah,
it was like the bad 80s hair?
Yeah. I just tried to get it long. And
Too much
cool.
Aquanet?
Yeah. Then I had to get a big boy job and cut it, and that was it.
Yeah, so. But the point is, like, back in the 80s, you had to have long hair.
Oh, yeah.
And people remember that, I'm sure, but if you didn't have long hair, you couldn't get in a band. And if you didn't have long hair, you'd have to be really fucking good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know how I got in a band, but I was a bowl cut guy by the time I was getting out to play. But then I finally grew it out, and I've had long hair for so long that it's like become a part of me. And I'm afraid if I cut it, I'd all of a sudden just look like this old man or something.
Like it's your identity?
Kind of is. And, like I equate it to like if you had tattoos all your life and then all of a sudden they were erased, would you still feel like the same person? Or,
Right.
I think if you cut my hair off, I don't know if my personality would match, because I'd have short gray hair.
Yeah.
If you think about it, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I try to keep this as dark as I can, but it's going gray, you know? And if I cut it off, it would be that short and it would be gray.
Yeah.
So imagine that.
People wouldn't recognize you.
I wouldn't recognize me for sure, you know?
Definitely, yeah.
But we were talking about the 80s and how important it was, that image, you know what I mean? And how stupid is that, you know? The whole long hair thing. And then all of a sudden, I remember the tide turned when all of a sudden on Rip magazine, you saw Jason Newsted with his buzzed hair and Metallica, and it changed everything.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Then everybody started chopping their hair off, you know what I mean? They're like, finally, we can get rid of this shit, you know what I mean?
Right. Get rid of the products and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a big deal.
It was huge.
Yeah.
I remember in the day when we were us long hairs, we'd be looking for jobs, and we all knew which jobs would make you cut your hair.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, oh man, you can't work at Bishop's because they'll make you cut your hair, which I did anyway.
Right.
Only place that would hire me, so I had to cut my hair. But you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
If you worked at this place, they make you cut your hair, dude.
Yeah.
Well, then I ended up applying there.
You try everywhere else but
until
you ultimately had to.
And you're begging them, please, can I just tuck it up my hat or something? You know what I mean? But no go. No go. You're cutting it. And then, well, I'm trying somewhere else then. Because I'm going to be a rock star. I need this hair.
That's right.
Yeah, this hair gets me the ladies. Not really, but I think it does.
I think it does.
Yeah,
and I play better guitar with longer hair.
Yeah, be the 40-year-old man that I am with half gray, half black hair at the Roadhouse tonight, eating a steak with all the young girls walking around that don't even notice I'm there. You're like, I'm kind of putting myself out in the aisle, so they're like, well, somebody fucking look at me. You know what I mean? I'm feeling old here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they don't even notice you're there.
No ego boost there.
It's like I used to be able to have girls that look at me for a second, at least to go, God, he's a freak. They don't even look at me for that anymore.
You're not even a freak anymore?
No. Humor me here. Jesus Christ. Can't get no attention. Everybody's staring at my wife all night. They don't even know I'm there. I'm invisible. Sucks. Thank God I have a hot wife, because if I didn't, I would have no chance of getting any tail.
Non-existent.
I wouldn't get any tail ever. Girls hate me. They're like, 40-year-old long hair. Great. Still thinks he's going to be a big rock star someday.
Yeah, give it up, Kip Winger.
My big break's coming, man. Yeah. My big break's coming.
Just wait for it.
Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, that's what happened with the long hair thing. Everybody, Jason Newsted ruined it for everybody.
That's it.
And so, I wanted to add a new segment to the show. Well, we did the segment on episode 2.
Yes.
And I think I explained to everybody that this is episode 3, which means when it's just me and Jeff sitting here talking, that's how we do the episodes. And then everything else, like if we have a band that we're interviewing, we just call it Minor Disturbance Radio with Billy Piper or 1152 or Three's Hollow, whoever it is that we're interviewing. But these are the real episodes where we just sit and talk shit, and hope that we get you guys' attention and that you guys join in.
Listen to us ramble on.
Absolutely. So anyway, we're about to wrap this thing up, but I wanted Jeff to talk a little bit about. We've got a segment for him. It's called Jeff's Picks. Yes. So what you got this week, buddy?
Well, with the big announcement of the big show in August with Rat and Dokken and Lita Ford and Sebastian Bach, kind of dug into some old Rat CDs, but they also have a new one out.
How dare you?
How dare I?
Delve into Rat.
A little out of the cellar. But they got a new one out. I'll show it to you here. I guess it's probably 2 years old now.
Let me see. I'll get that.
Yeah. It's a very good album. Sounds like classic Rat.
There we go. Look at that. That's way better.
Songs like
classic Rat.
Classic Rat. It's really good. The boys come out with something. They're not just throwing out, cashing in, I guess, on the name. They actually put some effort behind it. Sounds great.
Right.
Just classic riffs, man. Warren DeMartini's solid.
So if you're a Rat fan, you want to go check that out?
Definitely. They're going to be playing some. I'm sure they'll be playing some songs from it. Best of Me. Yeah, it's good stuff. Check it out.
Yeah.
Been listening to a lot of it.
Yeah. And we'd like to. Yeah. And speaking of Rat in that show, who all's on that bill? We got Lita Ford, Dokken,
Sebastian Bach,
and Rat headline, right?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, man! I'm about to have a moment. If the only thing that it's missing out of that is if George Lynch was still in Dokken, then it would be like it'd be like an orgy of.
Oh yeah.
I don't care about Lita Ford, I'll be honest. But if it were the Skid Row with Sebastian, there's always the other realm of reality that if it were the actual, if it were Skid Row with Sebastian Bach, and then like Rat with, well, you can't have original members because one of them's dead, but Rat the way they are,
4/5 of it, yeah,
and then Dokken with Lynch. Come on, man.
That's a great package.
Yeah.
To go see.
Yeah. I'm still going. I'm still going to go watch it. I just fantasize a little bit about if it were the way it should be.
The way it should be?
Yeah.
All right.
So, anyway. All right. So, we're going to add a new segment to the show. Jeff, this just came right out of my ass just now.
All right.
So, we're going to do, because I think that it'd be really cool to kind of dig into the past a little bit.
Okay.
And watch like an old 80s video or something. I think that'd be a good time to watch that together. Because that's kind of how we like to spend our evenings, is getting together and watching old 80s hair metal videos.
We do it every weekend, right?
And laughing our asses off.
Yes.
So anyway, this is a segment, and we're going to call it Blast from the Past.
All right, here we go.
Let's boogie down. Let's watch Wanted Man by Rat. What do you guys think?
Excellent.
Check it out. Let's put this thing on. Let's cue it up. Tour bus rolls into the western town. This is kick-ass. This is how you do it, kids.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
What is trip? You can get something to eat around here?
Let's check this place out. Looks like a bar, man.
No bar.
It's a saloon.
Wow. This is just like the old West. Yeah, it does,
They're all wearing like blue blockers.
Me too.
Yes. I've never seen a cowboy that wears rouge though.
No?
But
This is no Cowboys with eyeliner either?
this is how you do it, kids. Check it out. Warren D. Martini, boy. Whatever happened to that? Can you do that anymore and get away with it?
No, I don't think so. And I don't think he does it anymore.
This town don't even know what it's in store for.
Nope.
Make you feel like a great song. Get it, Warren. We're such nerds. What are all them people doing now that were in the audience? They're like, I don't like that shit anymore.
Yeah, I never was at a Rat concert.
None of them know how to ride a horse, I'll bet you.
Do you think that's them?
Them are stunt doubles, man. There's a bunch of girls. Look at the makeup on them, though. You can't. He had to make up for the makeup by spitting. Yeah.
That made it cool?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Rat's here.
Oh, I just licked that right off your boob. Excuse me, ma'am. We don't waste a drop of alcohol around here.
That's right, Ron. Yeah.
I'll take this bitch. What a great tune, man. And not to mention that 80% of that audience is horny chicks.
Oh, yeah.
Who screwed this up?
Where'd it go wrong?
Somebody screwed this whole thing up. Just in case you're a young kid wanting to start a rock band, take notes, because this is how you do it. Especially you guitar players. Take note, Mr. Warren D. Martini. Style.
Made you want to play guitar when you were young, didn't it?
That is what made me want to buy a guitar right there. Or ask for one for Christmas. And the cameraman don't know what the hell he's filming on
He's not
that.
even playing the lead, is he?
Yeah, he obviously does not know that he's not playing that lead. The suspense is killing me. What do you think happens here?
I don't know. How does this end?
You know, it just dawned on me that, like, Stephen Pearcy kind of, like, Billy Piper reminded me of Stephen Pearcy. Back in the day,
little bit.
Billy Piper reminded me of him a little bit. Kind of had that same little hairdo or whatever. Wake up, it's just a dream.
Just a dream.
It's just a dream. Get the camera off me. There you go, boys. That's how you
That's
do it. Right there. It's a blast from the past. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope we don't get sued for copyright infringement.
That was great.
But anyway, that's going to be fun. I think we should do that at every show. We should watch some old-ass 80s video like that.
Just pick random ones.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're trying to be funny or anything. It's just they're funny to watch.
Yeah.
Cool video, though. I love Rat. I always did like Rat. And like that's for all you 80s people out there, man.
Forgot about that one. That's a good one.
Blast from the past. And don't try to act like you don't sneak on YouTube late at night when nobody's looking and watch old 80s videos, too.
Yeah.
What are you doing, honey?
Nothing.
Nothing. I'm looking at houses.
Yeah. Looking at houses.
I almost use the excuse, I'm looking at porno. When you you don't want to be busted watching like Poison videos and
shit. Nobody's claiming that one.
And by the way, I would never watch a Poison video. You'd never bust me watching a Poison video. Unless it was like, I don't know. Which one's that one where they had one good song, Poison did.
They did. Which one?
I don't remember. Give Me Something to Believe In. That was a good song.
Oh, that was a good song?
I thought that was a good song.
Okay. Right.
The rest of it was crap.
Really?
But that one was a good song.
That one was a quality.
See, people associate, if you're an 80s fan, when you say that you're an 80s fan, they immediately think Poison or something like that.
Bon Jovi or Poison.
Yeah, and I couldn't really stand either one of them.
Right.
We were more Iron Maiden and that type of 80s thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you had a song or two, but that was it.
Anyway, let's give some tickets away, man.
All right,
so,
let's do this.
Like I said, Ribco is cool enough to give us some tickets to give away on our show because they think our show is like almost godly.
Well, it is.
They love it.
It's very informative.
And they want to give us some tickets to give away to you guys. So we came up with a way of giving the tickets away, and we really pondered over this for hours. You know, we got all the executives at the board table. We made this decision on how to do this.
Yeah, it was a drawn out process.
So how does this work, man? So what did we decide, Jeff?
We never did officially come up with a...
Okay, so here's what we're going to do.
Just gotta
We're going to force people. I know it's too much to ask because last time I put a post up there, I said something about whoever got us the most likes or whatever from the friends or whatever,
right.
we'd give the tickets to them. But then most people responded with, that's too much work. We'd rather just buy our tickets. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which makes me feel really good about everything. Yeah. But it's okay. We'll make it really easy for everybody. So I guess the first one that can comment when this video goes up, the first one that watches the video and then gets to this part and realizes we're going to give something free away. Mm-hmm. The first one that comments on the video and tells me what shirt or what it says on Jeff's shirt in episode 2.
Oh.
So if you can find episode 2 on our page, click on it, find out what Jeff's shirt says, and you comment on this video what Jeff's shirt says, then you win the Saliva tickets with from Ribco. So they're going to be at Ribco. It's Saliva, 3 Years Hollow, and 1152. That's going to be a killer show.
Excellent.
Like I said, I'm going for 1152 and 3 Years Hollow. I mean, I like Saliva. They're cool and stuff, especially because I had this video game that had Saliva in the background.
Oh, yeah.
And that Click, Click, Boom song.
Yep.
That's really cool. I kind of can't stand the song anymore. But anyway,
from playing the video game?
Yeah, playing. Yeah. But 1152, a totally underrated band. I mentioned that before. And they're really, really good. They'll probably be first on the bill. So you want to get there for that. So
definitely.
Yeah, like I say, comment what's on his shirt, and we'll give you the tickets. We got 2 tickets for you to go see Saliva down in the district there outside of Ribco. But anyway, we wanted to thank all of our sponsors once again. We want to thank Ribco, Rascals, Bent River, and Real Track Studio, and Richie Sound, and Music Go Round. And thanks for tuning in to the Minor Disturbance Radio segment. And like I say, man, we're really having a good time doing this. I hope you guys dig it. Keep in touch with us. Say hi on our Facebook, and we'll be doing a lot of these episodes. So let's keep the ball rolling. Tell your friends about us and join in the conversation. We'll see you soon. So fucking cool.
What are you doing, you fucking dork? Quit trying to be bad like that.
What are you doing, you fucking dork? Says my wife.
Now you're stuck, cat.